Hello and welcome to part 2 of my university experience. So, I would say I'm rather settled into uni by this point, I think. Right. By the end of week 3, or by the end of week 4 in fact now, I can safely say that I know the route from the bus stop and Cardiff Central, both places, to uni quite well. Because I often, I either take the bus to uni or the train. So, with such a big thing starting as uni, it's the little things that count that make you feel like you've settled in at the moment. It's taken 2.5 weeks to learn to go from the bus stop to uni without using Google Maps on my phone. And I've finally been able to do it. I finally remembered it off the top of my head. So, that's a good start. I feel like I'm settling in. Yeah, we're 2.5 weeks into uni now, and at least most of the class have been ill of something, whether it's been COVID or the cold or whatever. So, yeah, I'm just hoping I don't catch anything, but you never know. You can't know, can you? But yeah, other than being ill, it's been a pretty good start to uni so far. Now, we've moved past just doing drama games now, and we're beginning with what we're doing for the year. So that's going to be good. I'm going to be talking about that and some other things in this part. So there are 4 modules. Now, these aren't the names of the modules, but I'm going to burden future me to have to find the official names for each one. Shut up. So the first one is children's theatre. Acting out something from the Iliad or the Odyssey, but with our own twist on it. Making theatre reviews and some kind of video essay thing. The last 2, I can't remember, because in week 1 there was loads to have to remember. Like Cardiff, uni, meeting people, meeting your lecturers, all that. There's so much to remember, so forgive me for that. But yeah, the main modules I need to know at the start of uni are the first 3. But they don't all happen at the same time, luckily, because that would be horrific. So let's talk about them. The first module will last until about Christmas time. We're doing a performance for children's theatre where primary school kids are going to come into the university and watch a play that the class is putting on. And so module 1 is literally a play. I think that's really cool. None of this examination bullshit that college had us do. Well, WJEC had us do. Right, college didn't really get a say, did they?
Yes, because there are laws. There are laws of time. And once upon a time, there were people in charge of those laws, but they died. They all died. Do you know who that leaves? Me! It's taken me all these years to realise the laws of time are mine, and they will obey me!
I must remember, WJEC was the enemy, not college. Although I did once form a temporary alliance with WJEC to do an interview.
With a certain aspect of the exam, revise that more often.
Anyway, we're just learning the songs at the moment and going through them. It's still very early days at the moment in terms of actual work. But yeah, I like how we're being assessed on acting. Not an exam. Acting. That is better than college. My favourite song is Infubu, the happiest hippo. It's such an amazing song. I'm going to audition for it when we can. I'm going to see if I can get the part. It's brilliant. Oh, I love Infubu, the happiest hippo.
Smile, guys!
Banging song. Infubu, the happiest hippo, the kind of guy you'd like to meet. Please come and dance with us into the night. In Boo Boo, you've got the dancing feet. Why does this song hit hard? Let's more little hippo. Module 2 is relevant to the Iliad and the Odyssey. Now these are books written by a bloke called Homer, even though they're actually poems, I think. But there we go. Relevant to Greek mythology. First is the Iliad, which takes place 9 years into the Trojan War between the Trojans and the Greeks. There's your gods and your fighting, casual incest, all the stuff that makes up Greek, all that. And then you've got the Odyssey, which is a character called Odysseus. I can't remember how you pronounce it.
Of course, they don't listen to him, and by next morning they're overrun by a retaliatory force. Odysseus and some of the others take the ships to escape.
But it takes place after the Trojan War, and he's trying to get back home, but he's stuck on an island. He's been marooned on it for 7 years. But he encounters gods and monsters and all sorts. There's a scene in the SpongeBob movie, which I didn't know was from this. It's a scene where they're given a bag of wind by this mermaid, and they end up wasting it. But yeah, it's like between the two books, that's 4. Between the two of the books, there's like 1,000 pages combined to read the two. And it can be quite hard to understand. So I've watched 2 very detailed but concise summaries of both stories on YouTube. I've been watching these. These are really good. They've helped me a lot. And I used this to condense these 1,000 pages, it's in my bag, right, into 9.5 pages for my on my own in a book. It took for bloody ever, but now I've got a pretty good idea of the plot. Do you know what I mean? So it's a good starting point, because now we can look a bit deeper into it, know which scene we want to do, and then focus on just that scene, and then explore that in as much detail as we can. But for our groups, we've got to perform something based off that. We were put into groups based on our common interests, which I find to be quite interesting, because in week 3, last week, we were told to write down 4 to 5 things that you had a passion for. I think I put, what did I put? Doctor Who, Welsh, YouTube, and acting in mine. And also mayonnaise on beans on toast. But yeah, because it's become some sort of running gag now at the university that I am Bean Boy, based off my supposedly disgusting food taste. Like, for example, I like mayonnaise on beans on toast, or creamy beans on toast, which is also my Discord name, which seems to repulse people the most. There's Kilk, which is Coke and milk, or Dilk if you have Dr. Pepper and milk, or Kilk, which is Kilk, Pilk or Dilk you've got, and pot noodle sandwiches, which are 3 perfectly good things to consume, but the world's just not ready for them. Now, I've told you all the information that I know of for the modules as of the start of week 4, but there's a few other things as well relevant to university that I want to just bring up. Now, in part 1, I mentioned that I was making a documentary, I think it was part 1, as part of It's My Shout. But I can tell you now, I didn't get accepted. My lovely idea I had didn't get accepted. I got my feedback for it on the 11th of October, which was yesterday actually as I record this. But it's vague, and I don't know what to do with that. So now I've just got a documentary plan that I'm never going to use, which is annoying. But it would be naive if I went in expecting to be chosen. So, there we go. It's annoying, but it's to be expected. And now, that hour I spent making it is just, Anyway, there's another thing with It's My Shout as well, where you could potentially be in or help with the short film that they were going to make for the BBC. But I had a driving lesson that day, and I couldn't go. As of now, I don't think I'll be doing anything with them this year, which is a shame. But there we go. I've emailed them to see if I can still be in it, and if there's any information I needed, can I have it? But they haven't got back to me. So there we go. This was yesterday during my 40th driving lesson. Yeah, 40th. Clashing with potentially being in a short film, but we have to make sacrifices. As I finalised this script, I finished it off today and performed it later on in the afternoon. We had just had our final lesson of the week because we are in Monday to Thursday now. Monday and Tuesday we have 2 lessons. Wednesday and Thursday we only have 1. And I was writing the script back on the bus into Cambran, back into the town centre. Now I had to go to Primark and get some smarter attire because I'm going to be on another TV show. I can't say what for because it's rules, but I'm going to be doing another TV essay role. My acting experiences are growing by the day. Very exciting. But yeah, that is the end of part 2. So what we've got going on so far, we've got driving lessons, we've got acting. So we are doing a bit of acting, not much, but a bit. University is in full swing. University driving lessons and that. But that makes up part 2 of this video. Thank you for watching, everyone. Be sure to like and subscribe. Have a good day. Don't forget to drink hot chocolate. Stay safe. And from me, it is goodbye for now.
You'd never believe it, but waking up now at like 6 o'clock in the morning, even though I don't look like it, it's sort of become like a second nature now. It takes about an hour and a half to get there, plus allowing time for public transport to actually arrive. So probably about 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and a half. So it's wise that I get up at this time, especially on a Wednesday, because I'm in 9 till 12. So if I get up at 6, I'm up and ready for 6:30ish. And then let's say the bus arrives, so I'm at the town centre about 7:30ish maybe. Then I go to the train station or the bus stop, and that's another hour-ish. So it allows me to be on time, or at least early, for uni. Shemai, so it is week 3 of university. It's Wednesday. We only have 1 lesson on Wednesdays. I love how lax it is here at the unit with like what you can make. Like at the moment, I'm wearing like, normal clothes as you do, but with my Doctor Who dressing gown, I'm wearing my dressing gown. And like people are walking past. Occasionally you'll get that sort of thing, but no one cares. It's brilliant. Quite a few of us in our class arranged to wear pajamas, which we did for a laugh. I'm wearing my dressing gown. It's brilliant. Yeah. So we finished the lesson, and now I'm heading back over to the train with my free box of nachos, courtesy of student discounts / offers. Pretty good day today. I think we're starting to do things like probably now in university, like for the actual course, so we're properly starting things properly now. Supporting local businesses and all that. They sell ice creams. Obviously it was a lot bigger than this when it first got it. It was like a normal size ice cream for £1. £1. It's amazing. They're like £2, £3, depending where you go now. But for £1. I mean, it doesn't look like £1 now, but you know, it's proper stacked up. With chocolate sauce for £1. Bargain. I love our local ice cream man. It's brilliant. He's a good bloke. It's at university.
the music, the Wii, the Xbox. It's a cafe.